y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. If you're new, welcome. So today I'm just sharing with y'all two pretty simple soup recipes. The other day, today is Monday, and on Friday we just had a completely gloomy, rainy, cold day. So it was just the perfect day to get in the kitchen and make some soups. I mentioned in my last meal plan that I was going to make some vegetable beef soup and also some keto, low carb, broccoli, and cheddar soup. And you guys said you would like to see those recipes. So I just went ahead and filmed like a cook with me on both of those. And yeah, I did not come up with these recipes, so I will link the original recipes where I got the recipe or at least the inspiration from down below if you're interested in checking those out. They were both really, really good, delicious. The vegetable beef soup made a ton, and the broccoli and cheddar just basically made a serving for me and Hayden for lunch that day. So anyway, we'll get on into the recipes. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. All right, here we go. All right, here's an overview of the first recipe, keto broccoli cheddar soup. And I'm using the recipe from heyketomama.com. So I will link it below if you guys want to try it out. Okay, and then here is a look at the ingredients you're going to need for this recipe. You will need a cup of chopped broccoli. I'm actually using frozen rice broccoli, so I have a little less than a cup here. You also need a tablespoon of butter, a fourth cup of diced white onion, a tablespoon of cream cheese. You will need some minced garlic, salt and pepper, and I like to use the Himalayan pink salt. I do have some more. This is about empty, as you can tell. You'll need some chicken broth, some heavy cream. Gonna need about a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and then it says optional xanthan gum, which will be used as a thickening agent. So I thought I would give that a shot. So definitely double this recipe if you're making it for your family. I'm just making it for myself for lunch, so it only makes about 3 cups. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first it says to just saute your onion with the garlic and the butter in a large pot. I'm just using a medium pot because, like I said, it only makes about 3 cups. So I'm gonna have my butter melted in here, and then I'll add my onion and garlic. And yes, if you see me down here in the background, it's a rainy, gloomy day. I'm definitely in my pajamas, not fixed up at all. So that's why I'm not showing myself in this video. Perfect soup day. All right, so my butter is starting to melt. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my onion. You just cook that until translucent. So I'm gonna let that go for a few minutes, and I'll just add my garlic in a minute so it doesn't burn. I seriously love the smell of onions and butter cooking, and garlic too. Like, it just says home to me. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I just love standing over my pot when I'm sauteing onions. It just smells so good. Okay, that onion is doing pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in my garlic. You're supposed to add a half a teaspoon. Y'all guys know how I cook. I'm just gonna put some in there. Give that a stir for just a minute or two. Don't wanna let that garlic burn, and it will burn quickly. Okay, and so next it says add the broth and broccoli to the pot. I'm gonna add 2 cups of chicken broth. So I'll go ahead and add in the broth. Okay, I just popped my broccoli in the microwave for about a minute. And I'm gonna go ahead and add it in. So I just chose to use the frozen for 1 because it's easy, and 2 because I think I will like the little pieces of broccoli in there. Go ahead and give that a stir. And it says cook the broccoli until tender. So I'm just gonna let that go for a couple minutes. Okay, my broccoli's been going a couple minutes, so next I'm gonna add in my tablespoon of cream cheese. I did soften it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. All right, next it says to go ahead and add in the heavy cream. It says a fourth a cup. I'm just gonna put some in and let that get all melted together. And also it said to go ahead and add in your salt and pepper to taste. I'm just gonna add a little in for now, and then I'll add more at the end if I think I need it. Alright, so that's been going a few minutes, and now it says to remove from the heat and add in the cheddar cheese. Alright, let me go ahead and add in my cheddar cheese. Stir this up. I might put it back on the heat, let it go for just a few minutes because I can see that cream cheese is not quite melted. And as you can see, this really does not make a lot. I mean, it says it's 4 servings, 3/4 of cup servings, but y'all, I mean, I could probably eat all of this myself. This is 1 serving of real people. I would definitely double or maybe even triple this for a family. But it was super easy. It came together pretty quick. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and put it back on the heat. All right, so I got it back on the heat, just on low. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up to a simmer and pop the lid on and just let it simmer for a little bit. All right, so that's looking pretty good. It's looking done. I'm gonna go ahead and put some in a bowl, probably top with a little cheese, and that'll be done. Super easy, super good recipe for lunch. All right, here is the finished broccoli and cheese soup. I did go ahead and add a little sprinkle of cheese on top. And you guys, this recipe, it does not make a lot. Hayden and I finished it off, who was my 4-year-old, for lunch. And you can see that's not even technically a full bowl. So definitely a good serving size, just not enough for a family. So yeah, but I hope you guys will give this recipe a try. It does taste really good too. We taste it and it's really good. Okay, the next soup recipe we're gonna try is vegetable beef soup. And I got this recipe from CookingClassy.com. I am kind of modifying ours just a little bit, but you guys will see all that. So if you'd like to try this recipe, it will also be linked below. For a look at the ingredients for this recipe, you will need 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of stew meat. I just have 1 pound here. Need some chopped celery, chopped carrots, chopped white onion. This says 1 pound of red or yellow potatoes. This was actually a substitution in my Walmart pickup, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna cut those in half. Also need some green beans. I'm using canned, frozen corn, but I have some white shoe peg corn on hand, so that's what I'm using. 2 cans of diced tomatoes, 2 cartons of beef broth, olive oil, but I'm using avocado oil, salt and pepper, minced garlic. Then for other seasonings, you will need some basil, oregano, and thyme. So let's go ahead and get started on this vegetable beef soup. All right, so I just have my oil heating up in my Dutch oven. I'm gonna go ahead and add in, says to add in half of the stew meat, brown it, and then add the other half. I guess you wanna get it nice and browned on all sides. I'm gonna break it up so each little piece can get nice and browned. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and also season it with salt and pepper while it's in the pot. Alright, so after all of that meat is browned up, I'm gonna go ahead and add another tablespoon of oil and add most of my veggies in. We're gonna add the onions, carrots, and celery and saute that for about 3 minutes. So that's been sauteing for a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my garlic. Let that saute just a little longer. All right, now it's time to add in the rest of the ingredients. I'm gonna start with my broth. I'm gonna go ahead and add my browned beef back to the pot. I'm gonna add in my 2 cans of diced tomatoes. 1.5 teaspoons of basil, teaspoon of dried oregano, and 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme. Okay, I'm also gonna go ahead and add a little bit more salt and pepper at this point. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let that get to simmering. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my lid on, and I'm gonna let that simmer for about 30 minutes. Alrighty, so I've had my vegetable beef stew simmering for a little bit. I came in here and gave it a couple stirs. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. It smells so good. Oh my goodness, my house smells amazing with that broccoli and cheddar soup, and now this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in my potatoes, corn, and green beans at the. All right, I'm gonna carefully drop in my potatoes. I may not add all of them because, as you can see, my pot is getting pretty full already. So just drop those in and then add in my green beans. So the original recipe calls for fresh green beans, so you obviously can use those. But if you've been with me a while, you know I like my canned green beans. I just want them to get soft anyway, so I just figured I would use that. So I'm just giving this a little stir. As you can see, it looks pretty good already. But I'm just gonna let this continue simmering at least for 20 more minutes to get those potatoes soft. But I'll probably just let it simmer, I don't know, the next couple hours. Cause you know, that always just makes it really good. So let me go ahead and pop my lid back on. All right, y'all, so here is the finished vegetable and beef stew. Looks really good. It's been kind of simmering all day. I just kind of kept it warm on the stove. And then as far as on the side, I'm just going to serve it with some cornbread. It's just a boxed honey cornbread. So yeah, I hope you guys will try this recipe as well. I'll link both the recipes where I got them from. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like these types of cook with me videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.